Stop the video right now if you're not ready for the truth. What I'm about to tell you will change how you see yourself forever. Last week, I got a message from Sarah. She said, "I've been alone my whole life. People either love me or hate me. There's no in between. I feel like I'm carrying something heavy that I can't explain. Am I crazy?" Sarah, you're not crazy. You're chosen. And what you're carrying isn't a curse. It's a responsibility that most people can't handle. If you've ever felt like you're living in a different world than everyone else, if people are drawn to you, but also threatened by you, if you've been through things that should have destroyed you, but somehow made you stronger, then this video was made for you. Today, I'm exposing 10 dark truths about chosen ones that the spiritual community won't tell you. These aren't pretty truths. They're raw, real, and will explain why your life has been so different. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that when you're truly happy, something always comes to test you? Type yes if this happens to you constantly. Before we start, I need to warn you. This isn't your typical feel-good spiritual content. What you're about to hear might be uncomfortable. It might even hurt, but it will set you free. See, being chosen isn't about being better than others. It's about being different. And different comes with a price that most people aren't willing to pay. Your entire life, you've probably wondered why things are harder for you. Why you feel everything so deeply. Why people react to you so strongly. Why you can't just be normal like everyone else. The answer is simple. You were never meant to be normal. You were designed to be a catalyst, a mirror, a wake-up call for humanity. And that role? It's lonely, it's painful, and it's absolutely necessary. If you've made it this far, you're ready for the truth. Hit that subscribe button because we're about to go deep, and turn on notifications because content like this gets hidden by the algorithm. Let's begin. Truth number 1. You're a spiritual lightning rod. You attract every kind of energy, good and bad, like a lightning rod. This is why your life feels like a roller coaster. One day you're on top of the world, the next you're fighting invisible battles. You don't just live life, you absorb it. Here's what's really happening. Your energy field is wider and more sensitive than most people's. You're like a radio that picks up every frequency, while others only hear one station. This means you feel other people's pain, their joy, their anger, their fear, even when they're not expressing it. You walk into a room and immediately know who's fighting at home, who's struggling with depression, who's hiding secrets. But here's the dark part. This gift makes you a target. Energy vampires are drawn to you like moths to a flame. They sense your light and want to drain it. Negative people want to bring you down to their level. Even well-meaning people unconsciously dump their problems on you. You've probably noticed that people tell you their deepest secrets within minutes of meeting you. Strangers confess things to you they've never told anyone. That's not coincidence. That's your spiritual lightning rod effect. The question is, are you protecting your energy, or are you letting everyone plug into your power source? Type lightning if you've experienced this energy absorption phenomenon. Truth number 2. Your pain is your power source. Your greatest pain is your greatest power, and the universe will keep testing it. This is the truth no one wants to hear. Every chosen one I've met has been through trauma that would break most people. But here's what's really happening. Your pain isn't punishment, it's preparation. Think about it. Every major spiritual teacher, every great leader, every person who changed the world, they all went through hell first. Jesus had his wilderness. Buddha had his suffering. Gandhi had his struggles. Your pain is creating your wisdom. Your struggles are building your strength. Your trauma is teaching you compassion that others can't understand. But here's the dark truth. The universe will keep sending you challenges because you can handle them. While others get to live simple lives, you get the advanced spiritual curriculum. You're being trained for something bigger. I know it feels unfair. I know you sometimes wish you could trade places with someone who has an easy life. But if you could see what the universe sees in you, you'd understand why you were chosen for this path. Your scars aren't signs of weakness. They're proof of your strength. Your wounds aren't failures. They're wisdom in disguise. Every time you've been broken and rebuilt yourself, you've become more powerful. Every time you've faced your demons and won, you've gained authority over darkness that others don't have. Comment warrior if you've turned your pain into power. Truth 3. You're spiritually isolated by design. Your spiritual isolation isn't a bug, it's a feature. You've probably spent your whole life feeling like you don't belong anywhere. You look around and see people who seem to fit in effortlessly, while you feel like an alien observing human behavior. Here's why. You were never meant to belong to the crowd. You were designed to stand apart, to see clearly, to think independently. Most people are spiritually asleep. They follow trends, believe what they're told, and never question the system. But you see through the illusions. You question everything. You can't pretend to be satisfied with surface-level living. This isolation serves a purpose. It keeps you from being contaminated by groupthink. It forces you to develop your own relationship with truth. It makes you rely on your inner guidance instead of external validation. But the cost is real. You'll spend many nights feeling alone, even in a crowded room. You'll have friendships that feel shallow because people can't match your depth. You'll watch others live in blissful ignorance while you carry the weight of seeing reality. Here's what I've learned. Your loneliness is sacred. It's in the silence that you hear the divine voice. It's in the solitude that you develop your gifts. It's in the isolation that you become who you're meant to be. The people who are meant to find you will recognize your light. Until then, your solitude is your sanctuary, not your prison. Type alone if you've felt this sacred isolation. Truth 4. You're a generational curse breaker. You're here to break generational curses, and your family will resist you the most. This might be the hardest truth to accept. The people who should support you the most, your family, often become your biggest obstacles. Here's why. You carry patterns that your ancestors couldn't break. You see cycles they couldn't escape. You have the strength to say no to traditions that no longer serve. Maybe you're the first in your family to set boundaries. Maybe you're breaking cycles of abuse, addiction, or dysfunction. Maybe you're choosing a different path than what was expected of you. Your family feels threatened because your growth highlights their stagnation. Your healing exposes their wounds. Your authenticity challenges their masks. They might call you selfish for choosing yourself. They might say you've changed, or that you think you're better than them. They might even try to pull you back into old patterns. But here's what's really happening. You're doing the work that generations before you couldn't do. You're healing wounds that have been passed down for decades, maybe centuries. Every time you choose differently, you're freeing your entire bloodline. Every time you break a toxic pattern, you're changing the future for generations to come. This is why your path is so hard. You're not just living your life, you're rewriting your family's story. Your ancestors are cheering you on from the other side, even if your living relatives don't understand. Comment breaker if you're breaking generational patterns. Truth 5. Your gift is your burden. Your spiritual gifts are also your greatest burdens. You might be psychic, empathic, a healer, or have other spiritual abilities. These gifts feel amazing when they're helping others, but they can be torture when you can't turn them off. If you're an empath, you feel everyone's emotions as if they're your own. If you're psychic, you see things others can't handle. If you're a healer, people's pain literally flows through you. You probably wish you could just be normal sometimes. You wish you could watch a movie without picking up on the actor's real emotions. You wish you could go to the grocery store without feeling everyone's stress. You wish you could have a conversation without knowing what people are really thinking. But here's the truth. These gifts didn't come to make your life easier. They came to make other people's lives better. You're a spiritual antenna, receiving information that can help humanity. You're a divine translator, turning cosmic wisdom into human language. You're a bridge between worlds. The burden is real, but so is the responsibility. With great power comes great isolation, great sensitivity, and great purpose. You have to learn to protect your energy, set boundaries, and take care of yourself first. Because if you burn out, who will do the work you came here to do? Your gifts are not just for you, they're for everyone whose life you'll touch. Type gifted if you carry spiritual abilities that sometimes feel like burdens. Truth number 6. You attract both angels and demons. You attract both the highest and lowest vibrations, nothing in between. This is why your life feels so extreme. You don't get neutral experiences. You get miracle-level blessings and disaster-level challenges, often in the same week. High-vibration people are drawn to your light. You attract healers, teachers, and genuine souls who recognize your energy. These connections feel like coming home, but you also attract the opposite. Dark entities, energy vampires, and people with harmful intentions are drawn to your power like predators sensing prey. This isn't random. It's because you're a powerful spiritual being, and power attracts attention from all levels of existence. The key is learning to discern which energies to engage with and which to protect yourself from. Not every door that opens is meant for you to walk through. Not every person who's drawn to you has good intentions. You need spiritual protection practices. You need to trust your intuition about people. You need to understand that your light will always attract both moths and butterflies. The good news? The positive forces protecting you are stronger than the negative ones trying to harm you. You just need to stay aware. Comment extreme if you've noticed this pattern in your life. Truth number 7. Your success threatens the status quo. Your success is a threat to the system, and the system will try to stop you. When you start stepping into your power, something interesting happens. Opportunities that seemed guaranteed fall through. People who promised to help you disappear. Obstacles appear out of nowhere. This isn't coincidence, it's resistance. The current system depends on keeping people small, distracted, and dependent. When you start rising, when you start thinking for yourself, when you start helping others wake up, you become dangerous to the status quo. You might notice that your social media reach gets limited when you post spiritual content. You might find that doors close just when you're about to walk through them. You might experience what feels like bad luck, but it's actually systematic resistance. The Matrix doesn't want you to succeed because your success inspires others to question their own limitations. Your freedom makes others realize they're in prison. Your authenticity exposes everyone else's masks. But here's the secret. The more resistance you face, the closer you are to your breakthrough. The system only fights what threatens it. If you weren't powerful, you wouldn't be opposed. Every obstacle is training you to be stronger. Every setback is teaching you to be more resourceful. Every challenge is preparing you for the level of success you're meant to achieve. Don't let the resistance discourage you. Let it confirm that you're on the right path. The world needs your gifts, more than the system needs your compliance. Type threat if you've experienced this systematic resistance. If you've made it this far, you're definitely chosen. These truths resonate with you because they're your truths. You recognize yourself in these words because this is your story. But knowing the truth is only the first step. The question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Are you going to keep hiding your light, or are you going to let it shine? Are you going to keep playing small, or are you going to step into your power? Are you going to keep waiting for permission, or are you going to give it to yourself? The world needs you. Not someday, not when you're ready, not when you feel worthy. Now. If this video helped you understand yourself better, hit that like button. If you're ready to connect with other chosen ones, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And if you're ready to fully step into your power, comment 1111 and watch what synchronicities start showing up in your life. Remember, you're not alone. You're not crazy. You're not too much. You're chosen. You're powerful. You're exactly what the world needs. Now go shine your light. The darkness has been waiting long enough. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.